why are we meant to be happy in the high holidays, right? God commands us, you need to be v'samachta b'chagecha, Passover, Sukkot, Shavuot. Rabbi Raphael Birdugo in the Torah portion of Emor wants to understand, he starts off by saying that it requires a great investigation, no less, in order to understand why we are told to be happy. Now when someone like Rabbi Raphael, right, a deep thinker, tells us we need great investigation, it means we've taken something for granted, and what's the purpose? And he says, I could have thought that it's to do with the miracles, right? We're told we need to remember the miracles, but that can't be, because there's, right, Passover there was a miracle, Sukkot, but he says that's not it, because there is no connection in the Torah between remembering the miracles and happiness. They're two separate things. You remember the miracles, and you need to be happy. Moreover, in Shavuot there was no explicit miracle, right, when we received the Torah, so per se. So what is this idea of being happy? And here Rabbi Raphael shows himself a shtickle chassid before I think Chassidut becomes what it becomes. He says that God in his great compassion, he knew that people, we like tanugei hazman, we like to enjoy ourselves, and yet Torah is a burden, and Torah requires the elevation of our soul, our spirituality, and there's a worry that we're going to become a bit too pressured. We're going to sort of push ourselves, to push ourselves to the limit. And so he built into the system dedicated specific times which are meant to be joyous times, get this, not for the soul, or also for the soul, but for the body, for our actual bodies. He's saying your body, he says, look at the high holidays and notice that they are in sync with when you go and reap, when you sow, right? It's all to do with the food, with what happens in the supermarket and when products arrive. And the idea is, if let's say before towards Passover, right, we're collecting, towards Sukkot, we're doing another agricultural activity, man's, innately built into us, we want to be happy for the food that we're about to eat. So the high holidays are on those times in order to ensure that we are permitted, we are supposed to, we are commanded to enjoy, to delve in these feasts and true enjoyment for our bodies as well. Now, why for our bodies? Isn't it all about our souls? And Rabbi Raphael says, what, the body didn't work? The body didn't, reap the fields, it didn't sow? The body, the physical aspect of us, also needs reward. We know that real reward arrives for the neshamot, where? In Olam HaNeshamot, in Olam Haba. But that's not fair for the body then. Well, what does the body get out of this? The body gets the high holidays. The body gets to enjoy itself, become a real, connect to its Epicurean tendencies, to really enjoy good food, fun times, and this is God's compassion, understanding, wanting also to give a reward to the body. He then continues on to a fabulous midrash about primordial beings that God created, the whale, the he whale, the she whale, the curvy one, the straight one was salted. We're not going to get into that, but there are deep secrets there. But a beautiful, beautiful Torah portion telling us that our bodies are meant to receive rewards for its actions, and this is God's great compassion for the high holidays and why we are told to be joyous. So we should remember this for Shavuot, when we go and enjoy, all the milchik food that we have. Shabbat Shalom.